everyone, this is Chris Irwin from BeekeeperMagazine.com. A few weeks ago we were here at this nature preserve and we went through a couple of top bar hives that were dead outs. And what we're here for today is we're going to install a couple of packages. We thought we'd take the time to walk you through this, see how to install a package both in a top bar hive and we'll refer to a Langstroth hive too. Give me a second to put my bee suit on and we'll get right back to it. We went ahead and we opened this hive up. We took the lid off of it and moved some of the bars out. On a top bar hive, which is a little bit different than a Langstroth hive, these things really don't have typical frames in them. They just have bars that go across the span of the hive, and the bees draw these out into what looks like cone like this. This is the cone. And what we're going to do here is we're going to install these bees into the hive. Like I said, this is a typical 3-pound package. The first thing we want to do is we want to remove the lid that holds the sugar can. This sugar can holds 1-to-1 sugar water, which the bees are feeding on while they're in transit. And there's a little split up here at the top, and this holds the tab where the queen is in the queen cage, which you really can't see because the bees are up there, but we'll try to show you that in just a minute. We go. All right. Now, we're going to take the can out. And we're just going to slide our cover back over top. Like I said, this has got sugar water on it. We're going to set it right here. Now we need to get our queen out. I'm going to knock these bees down just a little. Slide our queen out. Now, you can see she's in there and she's alone. There's not any other bees in there with her. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull this cap off. And underneath this cap is just a little marshmallow. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this around. And we're going to break this vein right here. Got it? Okay. I just shoved this in, turned it so it locks. This holds it this way. Now, this is important. She's in here alone. If this was a queen cage where there were other attendant bees in there, we would do this a little bit differently. But we're going to take this, we're going to come right around. We got her hanging right on the right on the frame, just like that, and we're going to hang her there. Now, if this would have been a queen cage holder that looks like this one, instead of having a marshmallow in it, it has a sugar cake on one end, and it has holes on both ends that are plugged with little corks. And usually this queen will have attendant bees in there with her. Well, if she has attendant bees in there, we don't want to hang the thing vertically like this. We want to put it horizontally like this, put a rubber band on it to hold it until she's emerges, until she gets, until she escapes. We want to put it like this because if we put it this way or this way, then we'll close her off so that they can't feed her. We want to leave it like this to where it's open. On this one, they can go all the way around it, and the attendant bees may die in there. And if we hold it, if we put it like this and the attendant bees fall down to the bottom, they can block her so she can't get out. But if we put it long ways like this, put a rubber band on it, then she will be able to get out. Since she's in here alone, we don't have to worry about any attendant bees, so we're going ahead and hanging it this way. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to release the bees. I can tell you there's a lot of different ways that people do this. And something that's become a little bit popular here lately is they talk about just sitting the box down inside the hive and let them coming out on their own. And the whole idea behind that is it's less stress, and that you don't shake the bees around so much. Of course, they've been shucking around a lot before they ever get here, but there is some danger to that, and that is with just the marshmallow in there, they can release her quickly. And if she gets out too quick and the bees are still in the box, the queen can go in the box with the rest of the bees. Then you end up having a problem. You got to end up cutting the screen out to get them out, because if the queen decides she wants to stay in this box, you don't want to be shaking her out. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Like I said, these are not my hives. They just call me in when they need some help. And so we're going to shake these bees into this hive rather than just set the box in and let them come out on their own. And what we're going to do is we're going to mist them down, a little bit of sugar water on them. This is just 1-to-1 sugar water. And we're going to just makes them a little heavy, gives them a little something to do so they work on each other a little bit. Then we're just going to knock the bees down again, and then we're just going to pour them in. We got most of them out. Now we're just going to set this thing down here right in front of the hive where they can go in and out. The rest of them will go in there. We're going to move these other bars back down here. These little things are just spacers. Now I'm going to put the rest of the bars in here and close this hive up. I will say that if you have a top bar hive, you should have some follow boards. This hive didn't have any follow boards because I would like to keep her contained, all of the bees and what drawed out frame it was here, within about 8 or 10 bars. But since I don't have a follow board to do that with, we're just going to have to contact the people who have the preserve and ask them if they have some follow boards, but as far as we know, they don't. So we're going to go ahead and put it back together. Be right back in a second. That's pretty much it. We got her back together, got the bees in it, got all the frames back on it. It's not a really hard process, but it gets you an idea of what it takes to put your package into your hive. We put our feeding can on the end here so that the bees can go ahead and feed a little bit until they get started. But we're going to go ahead and go down to the other hive and put them in. We won't put you through that. It's pretty much the same ordeal. If you have a Langstroth hive, it's pretty much the same thing. The frames look a little bit different, but that's how you install a package. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to subscribe, it's free. Hit the subscribe button. Again, this is Chris Irwin from beekeepermagazine.com. We'll catch you next time.